Mormons often approach the Bible with a different perspective than they may view other LDS scriptures, the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. They're taught that the Bible has lost many plain and precious truths and can only be trusted in as far as it is translated correctly, which they mean transmitted down to us today. For example, it's not uncommon for a Mormon missionary to point to all the different Christian denominations as evidence, they would say, that the Bible is inaccurate or unreliable. They'll draw a circle representing the Bible, and then they'll draw various intersecting lines to demonstrate their view that there is no easy and clear way to understand it. Then they'll draw another circle representing the Book of Mormon, and draw a single line between the two saying, the Book of Mormon is reliable and shows you the way to understand the Bible. The first thing I would highlight is the fallacy of this illustration. The spread in differences between Christian denominations, while important, is incredibly narrow, comparatively speaking, to the line of Mormonism, which intersects the Book of Mormon and goes off in a completely different direction. Further, there are as many flaws in this analogy as there would be books in the world, because you could always say, a person should interpret the Bible through this or that. But take a step back. Most concerning of all is that anytime we would draw a line from the Bible to another source, we're lowering it. It presupposes God's truths in the Bible cannot be understood or are unclear. It limits the power of the Word. Friends, Jesus spoke with great respect for the Bible. After he rose from the dead, he spoke of how he had to fulfill everything written about me in the law of Moses, the prophets, and the Psalms. It was a reference to the Old Testament, which records hundreds of prophecies that Jesus fulfilled. Friends, first of all, it's important to emphasize the Bible is accurate. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls demonstrates that the transmission of the Old Testament is incredibly accurate. The proof for accuracy of the New Testament is equally amazing. The New Testament has over 5,000 ancient copies, and if there ever is a variant, it never changes the Bible's teaching. It is clear that God himself guided the transmission of his word. Second, the Bible is clear. If you don't understand a difficult portion, go back and study the context or look to easier portions of the Bible to help you understand. Jesus said the scripture cannot be broken, which means it is all true and it all stands together. If a person truly wants to understand something better, instead of going elsewhere, go back to the source and study it further. And as you do, you'll never tire of mining the gems God has already laid out in his word. Finally, the Bible makes it clear that it has all that we need. In the account of the rich man and Lazarus in Luke 16, Abram directs the rich man to Moses and the prophets, the Old Testament, as all his brothers need to avoid suffering in hell. In other words, it can be understood, and it's all that we need. John recorded, "These words are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name." Honestly, friends, I would caution Christians from spending too much time on this. By engaging in the LDS illustration of the Bible with the Book of Mormon, you could unintentionally delegitimize the Bible while legitimizing the Book of Mormon. Instead, I would use it as an opportunity to raise their view of the Bible. Speak with awe of all the promises Jesus fulfilled. Remind them there will be differences because people are in different places in their study of the Bible. But then point them back all the more to the importance of studying the Word. When Mormons claim that the Bible is difficult to understand, see it as an amazing opportunity to invite them to study the Word together. Perhaps offer them a copy of your translation. And then trust in the power of the Word as the Spirit helps them to understand it.